This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm here at Joan M. Eurich Massage Therapy. Since 2001, she has been helping you unfold your greatness and align to your highest potential. Joan, thanks so much for joining us today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. You were raised in Colorado. You basically got your formal education right here in this town where you're serving, and in biology. You went on to basically get certified, if you will, through I believe it's the Healing Arts Institute. Share with me a little bit. I mean, we're talking, you began in 2001, but you've been doing this for quite a bit. How it is you got started?
Well, I was a biology major, and what I wanted to do was go into pre-med. And after reading a few books by Dr. Andrew Weil and Deepak Chopra, I realized that maybe Western medicine wasn't where I wanted to go. So then I thought about being a chiropractor. And as I was sitting in my biology class looking at the anatomy of a skeleton, I was like, any deviation within the body and the spine or the skeletal structure has nothing to do with the skeleton itself. It has to do with the soft tissues that are connected to it.
That is amazing. I mean, quite honest, you basically have learned in depth about the body. I mean, you learned about the whole entire structure, not only from a formal education in the classroom, but you've actually been out of the country and worked with top athletes. Tell me a little bit about that.
So in 2002, I went to China and was able to work on the Chinese Olympic athletes while I was there to learn the Chinese massage techniques called Tui Na. So yes.
Was that an enjoyable process for you to basically go learn? I mean, are the Easterners a little bit more in tune to the type of healing that you're working with?
Yes. They look at the body as a whole rather than just symptoms and causes, and work with the body in a way that when I would work with a athlete there, their body feels way different than, like, say, Americans do. They're not dehydrated. The tonicity of their muscles are where they need to be. They take really good care of their body in a holistic, wholeness way, whereas here it's not so much.
Speaking of here, not so much, one of the main reasons people here go to massage is for pain management. We start feeling some pain, we want to rush in and get a massage. By knowing the whole entire body, are you able to really target in and really almost troubleshoot those areas and find out where the pain's coming from?
Yes. So I specifically focus on the structure of the body because basically any deviation in your structure will lead to pain. So if you're out, the joints will start to degenerate. Again, there's a lot of compensation patterns that could happen, and any pain could be related directly back to your posture and your correct alignment, whether you're deviated from it or not. So like migraines, sciatica, that is very easy to correct by readjusting muscles and getting them back to their correct tonicity.
How does postural realignment massage differ from that of chiropractic? Because it sounds very much the same from somebody who wouldn't know different.
Well, now chiropractors just focus on the skeletal structure, right? I'm focusing on the muscles that are pulling the skeletal structure out. Yes. And so I target specific muscle groups depending on what compensation patterns are going on, and I will reset that muscle to its correct anatomically position. Thereby allowing the skeletal structure to then go back into its own correct position because nothing's pulling it out.
Interesting. I mean, by actually working the symptom, if you will, are you able to get long-term results, even more so than other type of help out there?
So, yes. So, chiropractors to me are working the symptom, and I'm actually getting the cause of the problem.
Oh, interesting.
So, people can come in, they will notice a complete difference when they step off the table because I have changed the structure of their body, right? And it's yes, it takes a lot longer than a chiropractic adjustment because, chiropractors are just getting in there, adjusting the skeletal, but they're not focusing on the soft tissue. So one, you get up off the table completely different than when you came in. And then two, it corrects corrects or eliminates the pain, and it will last a lot longer because I am getting to the cause of it.
That is amazing. I mean, obviously, this type of help can alleviate almost anybody in any type of lifestyle, even more so for athletes, those that are looking for sports enhancement. Share with me some of the athletes that you've been able to work with and actually have not only helped their game maybe, but help them feel better off the field as well.
So yes, I've worked on the Chinese Olympic athletes, but I've done some professional golf players, and so by putting them in the correct alignment, they can get behind the ball, and they can have more power and more focus and more what's the word? They can hit farther, longer, and in the direction that they're wanting it to go.
We're talking the body's working in peak performance. When you've got it working like this, does this really mean probably less injuries for them as well?
Yes. So
why is that?
Well, if your body is holding a specific compensation pattern from whatever repetitive motion, whatever injuries, that muscle isn't in the best position, and it's either contracted or overstretched, right? So if it's contracted, it may pull away from the bone, or if it's overstretched, same thing, the muscle could tear. So, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about going in there and fixing all that up. These are things that can happen to us over time. I mean, just gravity, just working environments. Many times, though, we're talking about a jolt to the system, an accident, a car accident. Are you able to really go in there and almost erase the memory from the muscle, if you will, and take care of that trauma?
Yes. So any trauma to the body can be erased. Anything that has been locked into muscle memory can also be erased.
That is amazing. Does it take, obviously depends on the type of injury, but does it take a longer time? Does sometimes people come in and actually get off the bed and feel something right away?
Most people will feel something right away.
Wow, that is amazing. That's got to be kind of rewarding for you to see taking people out of pain like that.
Yes. And then just the severity of the trauma or the accident, what happens is that will just depend on how long you're pain free, because we need to go back in there and erase. Like, the muscle memory can come back, and so what I'm trying to do is get to the muscle memory and then unlock it, and then eventually completely erase it. So it's not like you have to come in on a regular basis to see me for the rest of your life.
Interesting.
You just come in, and each session your pain will be eliminated longer and longer, so that you can spread out the massages, and then finally you won't need to see me at all.
It's like a habit. You're basically retraining these muscles to do what they should have been doing in the first place. We spoke a lot about pain management. That's why people come in. What about folks that feel no pain and they want to keep it that way? I mean, they want to take a proactive approach to their health. Is massage something that's great for that?
Yes. Keeping your body, regular general massages are just so beneficial to the body. I mean, touch is very important, but also keeping the lymphatics moving, keeping your blood flow moving, keeping the tissue in a relaxed state is it's phenomenal for your health.
Wonderful. I imagine one of the times when a body is going through quite a bit, especially during a short period of time, would that be during pregnancy? Tell me, is prenatal massage something that you've helped folks with?
Yes. So I have a prenatal table so that the mom, or soon-to-be mom, could lay face down. Prenatal massages, if you get them within, if you get at least six before term, your pain during labor will be diminished by 75%. And then also your labor time, the amount of time that you're actually in labor, will also decrease about 50%. And so, yes, it's hugely beneficial for prenatal women.
How are therapeutic oils incorporated to help the massage process and also to support our immune system?
Right. So I do a treatment called Raindrop, and that's using 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. And the essential oils are all natural, right? And these have been around for centuries. Like, I mean, you know, and those were medicine. And what they are is a lot of them are highly antimicrobial, so antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic. So by using them, you can clear your body of any pathogen that creates disease, and get your immune system bounced back up, so your immune system is working to the capacity that it can. Whereas antibiotics will totally decimate your own gut flora and kill your own immune system.
That is interesting. Also exciting for folks out there. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. First of all, on the website, you can take a look at some of the services out there that she offers. We've touched on a few of them here. We're talking about complete massage, be it if you're an athlete out there that's putting your body through top performance, or possibly a woman, a mother-to-be. Great to come in and get some great support that way. You can also take a look at the testimonials online as well. And let me ask you this. One of the this is really a holistic approach to health that massage takes, not only supporting your body, but also your mind. Tell me about the Access Consciousness as well as Access Bars. How did you get involved in that?
Well, that was a technique that came to me in 2005. 2005, where was that? No, 2010. Sorry, 2010. And it has completely changed how I respond to things. Like it targets response type of things. So what it does is every situation you've ever been in, everything you've ever experienced, right? You will have a judgment about it, a decision about it, or a conclusion about it. So then it becomes, right? And what happens is it becomes locked into our brain in an electromagnetic wave. So then it keeps running, right? And then the easiest way I can explain it is, say you were a child and a dog jumped out at you and barked, and then now you have this fear of dogs that anytime you see a dog, you're like, stressed out. It scares you. You can never have a dog. It's like, oh, it's going to bite me. You get your bars run, and it will take that electromagnetic wave of that situation and neutralize it completely. So that after you get up off the table, you literally could go to a dog pound or, see a dog and not have that reaction.
Have you yourself experienced that? Is that what got you involved in it, where you went, wow, this amazed me?
Yes. Everything about my life has changed through the bars. Like all my belief systems about money, all my belief systems about business, all of it has changed so that I don't have the limitations that I used to function from. So it's totally changed my life.
Your way of kind of giving back, would you say, is in teaching others about this as well? And is that something you do?
Yes. So I am also a bars facilitator. So I do this in my practice as a practitioner and had phenomenal results, but now I also teach it to people so that people can either do that for their families, their friends, and come to the trades. So it's a very phenomenal modality.
Wonderful. Obviously, it's an ongoing learning process for you. You're also educating folks that are on your bed. Has this been a rewarding occupation for you and something that you still enjoy?
Yes. I mean, it's almost been 20 years, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're talking about almost 20 years and still something that you're pretty passionate about when it comes to sharing with others.
Yes.
That is wonderful. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see her contact information again. We're talking about a phone call, and you can set up and schedule either a consultation, or you can go set up a massage right away. We're talking about quite a few different services out there that she provides. We're talking about complete neck adjustments there that she can work with. We're talking about the full body massage, prenatal, as well as working with athletes. And also the Access Consciousness and Access Bars is something that she later learned on that has been very successful with you and something that you enjoy sharing with others as well as teaching. Once again, that is Joan Eurich Massage Therapy, located here in Fort Collins, Colorado. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.